What are you avoiding? What are you avoiding? This is the question that everybody needs to ask themselves, because once you find the answer, you understand where your next level up is at. So I know that this video is going to help a lot of you guys gain a better understanding of yourself. So first of all, you have to understand, why do we avoid things? It's completely normal. There's multiple reasons for this. Not just because of how nature is, where we're wired to seek comfort, to feel protected, but there's a deeper reason, which has to do with your ego. Now, your ego wants to exist. So it's going to do whatever it has to do to continue to exist, even if that means holding you back. Your conscience, your highest self, your truest self is giving you the answer of what you need to do. And it's always the same shit. You need to work harder, you need to wake up earlier, you need to eat better, you need to work out harder, you need to make more money, you need to create a life of freedom. Your conscience tells you what to do, but your ego wants to exist. So what your ego does is project fear onto you to make you hesitate, so that you don't take risks, so that you remain comfortable, and so that you remain the same. Because you have to understand, as you walk in alignment with your highest self, as you become that version of yourself that you truly are, your ego dies. So you have two choices. You can either answer the call and walk in alignment and operate at high frequency, or you can operate at low frequency and constantly live in fear, shame, and regret. Now, you have to understand, when you avoid things, it's a form of self-hate. It's self-sabotage. When you avoid things, you're going to feel these low frequency emotions. And the reason why is because you're not living in the present moment. So what I mean is that there's a map of consciousness. On the map of consciousness, there is a list of frequencies and emotions. So at the top of the frequencies is peace of mind, enlightenment, joy, motivation, inspiration, love. At the bottom is fear, shame, regret. So obviously, you want to operate at high frequency all day long and live a good life and live in the present moment. When you're operating at low frequency and you're feeling these emotions, fear, shame, regret, why are you feeling these things? You have to understand, it's because you've been avoiding things. Since you've been avoiding answering the call from your conscience, now you start to experience fear, because you're thinking about the future. You're thinking subconsciously about how if you keep avoiding things, you're not going to go where you want to go. You're not going to reach your true self. You're not going to reach your highest self. So you start to fear the future, and then you feel shame. So you think about your past decisions, and now you're living in the past, experiencing shame, living in the past, not living in the present. So when you're answering the call from your conscience, that is flow state. That is living in the present moment. Because when you're actually focused and applying yourself and becoming the best version of yourself, creating something, building yourself, you can't experience these low frequency emotions. You're not experiencing time as it passes by. That's flow state, and that's what you want to aim to achieve for as much of your life as possible. That is high frequency. So when it comes to the things that we avoid, it's always the same shit. It can be a conversation that you're avoiding having with your partner, with a friend, with a family member. It can be a habit that you know you need to kick, but you just keep coming back to it, whether it's continuing to drink, continuing to smoke, continuing to hit that snooze button. Maybe it's the decision that you keep delaying, finding a new job, starting a new business, whatever it may be. It's usually those things, and really what it comes down to is just putting one foot in front of the other and actually planning out your daily process and committing to that. One of the main things I want to emphasize here is that avoiding things doesn't just cost you the thing that you're avoiding, the result. It costs you your identity, because every time you avoid something, you're subconsciously teaching yourself, you're a pussy, you're not worth it, you can't do it, you're not him. And every time you answer the call from your conscience, you're teaching yourself, I am capable, I am brave, I can do hard things, I am who I think I am. So ask yourself, what are you avoiding physically? What are you avoiding mentally? What are you avoiding spiritually? What are you avoiding financially? You guys need to stop overcomplicating your life and thinking about all of the shit you need to do to actually reach the top of the mountain. You need to put one foot in front of the other and ask yourself, what's that next thing that you're avoiding? Don't focus on your goals. Focus on the thing you're avoiding. Don't focus on your strengths. Focus on your weaknesses. Because once you stop avoiding that thing that you've been avoiding, your entire life will transform.